Hello, my name is Joyce Pownell. I work for Age UK, Leicestershire and Rutland, and I'm the line manager of Christian Patel. I'm the financial controller there.
Well, hello, my name is Elena Raibusha from Qdos Training Limited, and I will be interviewing Joyce with regards to her apprenticeship experience. So, obviously you had Christian as an apprentice, one of your first apprentices. What has made you create an apprenticeship vacancy in the organisation?
Well, we recently merged with Age Concern Leicester. We had Age Concern Leicestershire and Rutland and Age Concern Leicester, and the two decided to merge, and that left us with a very dysfunctional department really in the finance. We had a restructure and found that we had a lot of senior staff and a lot of experienced staff, and we needed someone to really follow on and give us that continuation of staff. So we decided perhaps it's time to have some youngster in and have an apprentice, and so we decided to take that route.
So have you employed young people before?
I believe not for an apprentice scheme. I think Christian was the first one. So we'd had experience with Qdos because they did IT training for the finance staff and other people in the organisation. So we knew of Qdos, and I think we had a contact there. So that gave us a start.
All right. So what was your recruitment experience like with Qdos?
Well, it was quite simple. We telephoned our contact at Qdos, and they said that they were running an annual IT training course which they could send apprentices on, and we'd only have to agree to take an apprentice for a year, and they would train them on the IT. So we said, well, yes, that sounds good, because that would complement the accounts department, and they then sent us various CDs, I think CVs, about half a dozen, and we looked through and we decided to interview two other young people.
Then what made you choose Christian?
Well, Christian was very enthusiastic at the interview. He really seemed to want to work for Age Concern, and he had a really good personality, quite quiet, but also quietly confident. He was quite polite and very well presented, and just gave an all-round good interview. We were quite taken with, because we were really looking for someone with personal skills really, rather than the business skills, because we were hoping to provide them for him.
Absolutely, you had the right expectation, but they wouldn't really have a lot of experience, but the right attitude.
Correct, yes, the attitude to want to come to work in that environment really, yes.
When you employed Christian for the first time, what was your experience? How did the apprenticeship start, the first 3 months?
Yes, well, the first 3 months we took it quite slowly. He met a lot of people, he did his inductions as we do, and all the health and safety aspects and that as normal. And we started him doing simple filing work to get to know the paperwork and how we operated, and archiving. And also, I think within his first week he was doing some simple inputting. And so straight away he was taking work on, and within 3 months he was able to do quite a bit of inputting onto the ledgers, with quite a bit of confidence. And after 6 months we found that we'd got someone here that was really quite capable, and we were just training him on every department, and he was helping all through the office really. He could fit in when people are on holiday, which is quite important because we're only a small department, and really showed his IT skills by helping us out with some things when we were struggling with spreadsheets. So yes, very good.
So do you think it was a right framework? Obviously, being an accounts department, and Christian was doing an IT apprenticeship, an advanced IT apprenticeship. Do you feel that it was the right choice to do an IT apprenticeship first against an accounting apprenticeship?
I think it was, and it was certainly good for ourselves, because we have a lot of experience on the accounting. We have SEMA people, AAT people within the department. So we are quite experienced, but our IT skills are probably a little bit lacking. So we could definitely help Christian on the accounting side, but wouldn't have been able to advance his IT skills at all. So by doing the training there, I think one complements the other very much. Yes, it was really good.
And how did his newly learned IT skills, his advanced IT skills after the apprenticeship, benefit your business?
Oh, very much. We've had so many big changes. We've implemented lots of new systems, a huge one around the shops, which has automated all the tills straight onto the internet, where we pick up all the sales, and we also were able to gift aid so much more, which gives the charity a lot more money. And this was a huge expense for the charity as well. And Christian has really helped because he's able to speak to the managers because he understands the system and has been able to take it on board. And I think because of his training, he's been able to do that without it, because it's quite complicated, and I've struggled, but between us we've sort of managed it and got it all up and running. And so he's really helped. We can also send him out to other departments if they ring up and they say, oh, do you think you can spare Christian for half an hour? I'm struggling with a spreadsheet, I'm struggling with this, and Christian's quite confident now. We will go in to say I&A or to the insurance or anyone that requests him really within the building, and quite confidently helps them out with their spreadsheets and their IT work. So it's really good, yes.
So did he make maybe the reports or the running of the accounts department smoother compared to what it was before, through introducing automation with his Excel skills?
Yes, I think it's fair to say that he has made a difference with that, because he's been able to shortcut some things for us that we were sort of taking long on and doing unnecessary things. So he's been able to help us just to cut some bits out that were unnecessary. And also he's developed the latest spreadsheet he's developed. It's quite complex and enabled us to do extra reporting, which we couldn't do before. Only we could, but we had to do 2 separate reports. But by linking them with his advanced skills, he's managed to update them all at the same time, which is, for us, it's absolutely marvellous. Yeah. Yeah.
So it saves quite a bit of time.
Yes, it does. Yes, it frees us up for doing more important things, really. Sorting the money out, which is what we're all about, really, in there.
Excellent.
Yes.
And have you had any concerns about employing young people before, and have your views changed now?
I think the main concern was bringing, from my point of view, was bringing a youngster in to a senior workforce. I didn't know if it would be up to his expectations and whether he would be happy there. And it's changed completely, because he's fitted in so well, and everyone's really welcomed him. And I think it's been good for the organisation and good for our department to have some young person in there. So yes, it's been so much better than I anticipated, to be honest. So, yeah.
Would you employ a young person again if you would have a vacancy?
Definitely, yes, because I think you've got the advantage of being able to teach them exactly in the way that you would like that person to act in the office, and then they can bring their own skills on later when they've got more knowledge and they've got more experience of life and the working world. But initially, I think it's good to have someone young that hasn't really done anything much, because they're just open to everything, really, and so enthusiastic. I think it's the enthusiasm they bring, and they bring this extra oomph to the office that we didn't have before. So yes,
the energy.
It is the energy, yes, and it's been a really good experience. Yes, I recommend it.
And how did you see Christian develop from when he started to where he is now? in terms of his personality, in terms of his responsibilities? Is he a different person, or?
Well, I think it'd be wrong of me to say he's a different person, but he's certainly developed. I mean, he came in, he was quite quiet and shy, but with knowledge and obviously doing the IT side as well, and then learning the accounting side, he's just gained so much more knowledge, and with that there's been the confidence, and now he has got the confidence now to speak to, well, even the managing director. He has no problem at all speaking to the finance director, and our executive director speaks to him as well, on the same level, which I think is a big thing for someone who's never worked before until he came here, really. And we've just seen him move so much, yes, really in 2 years. It's just completely changed, really, into a confident young man that's very, very capable and can help out really now in all the departments in the finance. He can work on all the ledgers, so that's another flexibility. If someone's away on holiday, he can move around, and he likes to do that because it gives him a change of job and experience, and he gains more knowledge doing that. So yes, it's been very good.
And what career development do you have for Christian in your organisation?
Well, we have a development plan for Christian, which we started when he'd finished the IT a year ago. We'd already decided that we'd offer him the job. We offered him before he finished the IT training because we could recognise he was going to be good, and if we wanted to know if he wanted to stay. And so at that point we looked at various options of his continued training, and we assumed, wrongly as it turned out, that he'd like to carry on with IT, but he decided he liked the finance side so much he wanted to do financial training. So we started him on the AAT course. So he's finished the first year now and done very well. He's passed everything that he's taken, he's passed. And he will start the second and final year in February, I believe. So by the summer, early autumn, he will be an accounting technician. And at that stage then he stops being a trainee at Age UK and will be a financial accountant at Age UK. So yes, so it's quite a big development, really. And, I think he will have a long career. I hope he will.
And how do you feel you've been supported by Qdos in the overall process of the apprenticeship?
Well, they were very good. They came out and did all the health and safety assessments, which takes a bit of work away from us, doesn't it, when they were able to complete things like that. And we had up-to-date emails about him, how he was getting on. Then they came out and we had interviews, and I could give feedback. And also there was the knowledge of knowing that someone was at the end of the phone if you did have a problem. I would imagine that some people must have problems, but we didn't, fortunately. But if you did, you knew you got that backing. You hadn't just employed someone from the job centre, say, which would have been the next option probably. We did have someone behind it. And also the training, because it was so organised, we knew exactly where Christian would be and when he wouldn't be at work, which quite a bit in advance, which was very good for planning holidays and planning anything really. It was good for us to know in advance his training needs.
Was it an easy process?
It was an easy process, yes. I think the whole thing, recruitment, the backup and everything was very simple, and I would really recommend it to any company considering employing a young person. And I think the only thing they need to realise is they do need a monitor. They do need someone that's able to sit with them, particularly initially, for just a little chat every now and again to see how they're getting on and just guide them through the first few months. And then once they're past that, they should have a really good employee.
Well, thank you very much for this insight.
Thank you. Thank you.